Wow. Let's see. Let's wait for someone to jump in. But just making sure the parameters fit right here. Look, I'm in the screen. There we go. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Rob from Punk Rock Saves Lives. You might hear a corgi or two bouncing in the background. We're sitting around today, and I just wanted to get together on here and do a PMA session. All of us are stuck. Hopefully you're self-quarantining or whatever you need to do, social distancing, all of that fun stuff. But we're all still here together, and through the wonderful contact of, or the concept of social media, we have ways of doing cool stuff like this. So, the idea behind one of these videos, and I'll try to do a few of them as the weeks go on, is we're here together, and we should talk about stuff that you can do in your local communities and cool stuff to get you through the time, help yourself, help your neighbors, help your community, and most of all, keep yourself straight. You know, we've got to work on the heart here. We got to work on the mind. We got to be here for each other, and that's a lot. I mean, we've all had cancellations. We've all had a lot of stuff we've been looking forward to. I'm sure we all know some people that have gotten sick already. We've got to continue to support. Looking at all the people starting to pop up, I see Mr. DeVore just jumped in. Jason, your show last night was fantastic. It gave Tina and I a lot of smiles. Dropkick Murphys made everybody smile a lot, but I think Jason's was more what I was looking for. We're going to be trying to do more of those for you as time comes on through. Artists that we have luckily support the charity, and we're going to do all sorts of stuff. So the first thing I'm looking at, I made a list down here, so if I keep looking down, I've been brainstorming all day things we could talk about. Let me talk about this stuff, and then we'll do like a question and answer session, so you're able to type something. Realize stuff does fly through these things, so if I miss something, just retype it. But let me go through some of this first off. The idea this morning for this came because I was watching Dylan Walsh posting, our buddy, our Irish buddy from Nashville, Tennessee. Matter of fact, he's on that poster right there. There we go. But Dylan had a great idea, and I'm going to credit it to him. I don't know if it was his idea of completely. While we're going through all this, one of the great things you can do for your bands is they're not getting a tour. That includes us. The charity kind of runs as a band, for lack of better terms. We had to come home. I was stuck out there. Luckily, I had good friends, and I was able to bounce it all together and get home, pick up the corgis, and get back to Denver. Now we sit and wait until live touring season starts up again. But here's something you can do to really help besides ordering merch. Obviously, that's what the bands are living on right now. If you are in a financial situation, I realize everybody's in challenge right now, but if you're in a financial situation to help a band, go buy a shirt. Go buy whatever they have on their website. There's a lot of rad stuff and a lot of rad bands. Here's a chance to order some stuff you probably were thinking about. So help your bands. Big time. But Dylan's idea, and this is really cool, social media likes are a huge, huge deal for bands, charities, everything. Go to your page, or go to somebody's page. Go to your favorite bands. Be it 100. People get tired of it, but they'll also get something out of it. Invite your friends to like your bands. Let's build their watching, their likes, their follows. It's a big deal. If people are following, then they know what's going on. I touched my face. Sorry. Trying not to do that. But that's a good way you can help a band even if you don't have any money. If you're sitting at home and you're on your phone, you're on your Facebook, you're on your Instagram, invite your friends to like your bands and your nonprofits. You know, the more views we get, the better. It's nice having people watching, and you know, we're a new nonprofit, but what if we had 30,000 followers instead of 5,000? We would have a lot more people watching and we could do a lot more good. Same thing with your bands. So if you like your bands, invite your friends to like. You have to search a little. It's like on the second page. I did it with Dylan today. So if you're one of my friends out here on Facebook and you got a request to like Dylan Walsh this morning, like him. He's awesome. And we're trying to work out something where he might do some acoustic stuff for you through our page. Hi, Vicky. Look at that. Vicky is tuning in all the way from the UK. And there's Dylan. Sniper 66 is on. What's up, buddy? I think I saw April here a little while. She's Sniper 66, but a lot of other cool bands, including mine. Yeah, Little These Roving Ears. Pretty cool. So keep watching, and that's going to much more coming. Something personal to me is, and this is something you can do, Anti-Flag, big supporters of our charity. Justin is on our board of directors, and they had to set up, because they had to cancel their whole tour. Well, that's the tour I was on. The crew. Anti-Flag's crew works on a low margin. They're great guys, but they don't make a lot of money. The band is all DIY. You can go to AF Records on there right now, and you can donate to their crew, and every dime is going to go to Josh, Mark, everybody. They're going to take care of their own, and you can do it. And let's just think, if there's 5,000 people on Punk Rock Saves Lives and everybody gave $5, and that's a good way to help these guys get through this trouble. So think about stuff like that. Help your bands, help your venues. There's a lot of venues out there that are struggling. Denver, I live here, so I'm seeing what's happening here, and I'm positive it's happening the same around your towns. They were ordered to close. All venues and bars are closed. Anywhere, you're not supposed to have more than 10 people in an area. So if you're a fan of a bar or a situation, there's amazing bartenders that are not getting to work. Here in Denver, we're really good friends with Streets. We're really good friends with Goosetown Tavern. Really good friends with East Fax Tap, which is my local bar right here. If I could go, stand outside and deliver drinks for them, I would do it. Unfortunately, we're all having to sit back and figure out ways to do things right now. So as things pop up, we'll talk about that. So, all right, back to the list. Oh my God, Kramer's online. Oh, our fireman brother. I'm sorry, I'm going to take a drink. And yes, even though I'm a Nashville Predators fan, I'm drinking out of a Pittsburgh cup because my wife is a Pittsburgh fan. So you can make fun of that all you want. I was just talking about Streets, and Mr. John Elliott pops up. Hey, brother, support those guys. Support the local scene. Support wherever you go in Denver or wherever you go in your hometown. Please take time to do what you can to help these people. There's a lot of other nonprofits going on out there that are doing a lot of good. I know we're all going to be, as these days drag on and you're at home, there's so much going on that people are going to get down. You're going to doubt. There's a lot of being cooped up can get to you. Don't be afraid to reach out. I believe my phone number's on my page. If you have doubts, if you're struggling, if you're sober, people don't think about that. The AA meetings and stuff like that. If you need a support person, don't be afraid to reach out to us. Hope for the Day, Voice for the Innocent. There's so many rad people out there. If you're in the Austin area, you got ham, however you say it, and a bunch of different stuff going on. April and Dylan will have to tell us more about what's going on down there in Austin, but there's some great groups, and I know Nashville has some, I know Chicago has some, but there, Dej, her husband is hosting virtual AA meetings. So that's what I'm talking about. There's a network out here, and don't be afraid. If you need to go through us to find it, we know a lot of people will ask. Call me, text us, go through the group. We want to be there for everybody and build ways for people to get on. Being sober is not a bad thing. In the punk rock world, sometimes the people that are going through this get kind of pooped on. Guess what? We're all in this together. And you got to be what you've got to be for yourself. Being sober is great. If you can handle your drink, it's great. Whatever works. There we go. Dylan, Health Alliance for Austin Musicians, HAM. I was on the right track. But I've dealt with those guys a lot when we've been in Austin over the last 10 years with the other nonprofit, and they're phenomenal. There we go. And the Sims Foundation, April popped in. Very, very good with helping musicians keep their mental upkeep. That's unbelievable. That's something that's never thought. So there's a couple of things. Support any and all. My wife is at work. So Vicky, I can't show you the wife. There are 3 corgis here though. That'll happen. Let me see. Let me see if Irk's kind of asleep. How about one corgi? Hey! Say hello, world. Irk, the punk rock corgi, is home, hanging out with his mom and dad during this. Yep. All right. And we got photobombed by the baby. Here's the Walter. He's gotten big. The baby has gotten really big. So, and Harold's down here woofing. So, and Lily and Kid are over here. We'll get them on then some more in a little bit. So your MPOs, your nonprofits, we're all going to suffer through this. We can be there. We're going to do so much good. We're not going away, but we need you. So reach out, help any way you can. Been trying to come up with ideas in your local community, things that you can do directly and easily if you are healthy. If you are not healthy, yeah, good one, David. David Riddle just said Refuge Recovery is a good one to check out. I'm guessing that's refugerecovery.org, but maybe he'll post here in a second. So one thing I've been really pushing through this all, and when we were going to launch on the Anti-Flag Tour, we were going to do a food drive every single night and take it to a food bank in that city. So, where would we have been today? Matter of fact, we would have been in Hartford, Connecticut today. So if you were coming to the show in Hartford, I believe, if you are healthy, go get some food out of your cabinet. Go run to the store real quick. The checkout, I took a chance and went to our local supermarket this morning, and believe it or not, there is food. They are limiting toilet paper and cleaning products and stuff to 1 per person. Makes a lot of sense. There's a good one from Roxy, and I'll bring that up in just a minute. Good to see you out there. Baltimore represent. Yeah. So, wait, Jersey girl, Baltimore represent. Okay, there you go. And a little jersey on the arm there. But food banks, go give them some. Right now, there are a lot of people that have no way to make a living, unfortunately. And the food banks are going to be very, very, very stretched. So please, if you can, take some money to even money. Something they could go get the distinct stuff. If you are taking food to food banks, take food they can use. I know that sounds crazy, but take canned chicken, canned tuna, peanut butter, things that are sustainable and usable. Yes, ramen noodles are great. Ramen noodles got me through college. I still love ramen noodles. But ramen noodles, on the grand scheme of things, for sustainability and everything, there we go. I guessed right. Refugerecovery.org. But stay with it. Get the right foods there so people can do it. Support your local food bank. There's a good one. Mackenzie, great call. Reach out to restaurants that are closing. They may be interested in selling off some food products at cost or looking to do away with, let me see what else, looking for help to donate them. You can reach out to some restaurants and say, what can I do? Can I come get them for you? Take them to a food bank. What can we do? We can build this. We can continue to do good through this. Now, in the grand scheme of things, please take care of yourself first. Not being selfish. We're in a situation now where we're going to have to be at home. But if it's still there in your being and you're healthy and you can do this, please help others. I want that very clearly stated. I want everybody to be there. Another thing, if you are healthy, here's a big one. And I know this now because Tina, there you go. Noel just put up a great one. Let me read this directly to you guys. Rob, food banks can do more with $1 than we can. They buy in huge quantities and have deals worked out with their vendors. So you can't afford the food, or not afford the food. If you can't decide what to take $25. Take $5. Go. There's a right at the end of my street is what used to be a soccer store that someone has made a local food bank on. Go over there. There's probably one near you. Look it up. Help these little places that are really trying to do something real. And that's the idea behind Punk Rock Saves Lives, is we want to be a conduit to get us to all of this and all of these new things. And I believe in you. And that's why I believe, I was lucky that people got behind me to start this, including my awesome wife that Vicky was asking about, and Nathan and Justin and all these wonderful people jumped in and said, let's do this. And it was because we literally want to do good for people. So do what you can. I like that quote, Roxy. You can't take care of others unless you're taking care of yourself. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Throwing out some other ideas. Here's the number one thing. Big time. If you are healthy, people are not. And guess what people need in the hospitals more than anything else? Blood. People are scared. These places are sanitary. They're going out of their way to take care of these people because blood donation is a very, very needed thing right now. I can't describe how huge it is. I am actually going Friday morning to do my first donation here in Denver. So, not that I'm a role model or anything, but please take a minute and donate blood. It's time. It's always a good thing to donate blood. From my old perspective with the marrow, right now, and we're getting a virtual drive set up, you can order a kit to your house, swab your cheeks, send it back in. If you've not done that, please do that. That's incredibly important. Go on to American Diabetes Association and sign the petition online to make insulin affordable. That affects people more than you would ever know, including myself. For the month between losing our jobs and starting this, I would say platelets too, Dej. But I consider that all blood. Give what you can at the blood centers. Some will even pay you to donate for research, for all sorts of stuff. So please do that. Anything you can donate physically right now for the better of your mankind, please do. So there we go. And Kristen just put up a good website. We've got that one going. I've got a lot of those notes on here, actually. Look at this. Notes. In Sharpie. Yes, I am a roadie. You always have a Sharpie. So, all right. Let's see. Next thing, let's talk about some businesses out there. There's a lot of rad businesses. I touched my face again. There. But there's a lot of rad businesses out there that are trying to survive through this. Yeah, it does look like a set list, Jackson. Officer Bradford on the loose on the page. Hey, brother. Actually, let's take that second. Let's take that second to show the Bradford calendar. So, if you don't know, Bradford did a calendar, and they're $20, and every dime goes to Planned Parenthood. He gave me a box to get donations for on the anti-flag tour that didn't happen. So if you want one, you can make a donation to us, and we'll get you one in the mail over the next few days. I'm going back to the insulin, I promise. Let me know. Go to our site, email me, whatever you want to do, text us. We can get you one of those too. But back to the insulin. That month that I went before, at the end of our old nonprofit to the beginning of the new one and everything, I went to try to fill my insulin. One of my insulins was going to be almost $1,300 a month. That is ridiculous. People are having to choose their insulin over food. And that's not a good thing. So please, I know a lot of states have had some nice initiatives so far. I know Colorado passed something. If I'm not mistaken, Virginia just passed something. But American Diabetes Association has a petition online. We were going to do that on the anti-flag tour as well. But do this for me. Take 5 minutes of your day today and go virtually sign that. They're trying to get a national law enacted where insulin is only a flat price. It's not fair that people are gouging to keep people alive, and that includes things other than insulin. Obviously, the EpiPen situation and all of that. Please put in as many links here in the comments, guys, as you can think. Things you can go out and do. I love the sharing and everything that's going on. Moving more forward, there's some local businesses in your area like we were talking about. Make sure to talk to them. There's one here in Denver that's pretty unique called Hope Tank. And Hope Tank is a business that sells items, and all of those items get donated. Part of those proceeds go to different nonprofits. It's really cool. When we were with Love Hope Strength, they sold some of our shirts and stuff, and we got a donation every time they sold one. They represent 20 to 30 different nonprofits, yet they're a nonprofit themselves. It's pretty amazing. Unfortunately, they're one of the ones that are having to pull the plug right now, but they're trying to figure out ways to do really cool stuff. And they're setting up curbside pickup. They're setting up possible deliveries. We're getting some corgi arguing over here in the background. But there's lots of ways that some of your local businesses are going to try to survive. Try to help them. It's that simple. Remember, little things. There are going to be people out there, myself included, bringing you food. at night. Yes, you might be leaving the door, or there's ways to do it right now with your door dashes and your all of your grocery deliveries and everything, where they will leave it on your porch so there's no one-to-one interaction. That's fine. But please tip your drivers. Take care of the people that are going out there and trying to make a few extra dollars to survive this, or that might be their job. And so there's lots of cool ways there. Kristen's putting up some great links. Please check those out in the comments. Kristen is a nurse, big supporter of ours. I know Renee's on here. She's a nurse. I want to say, especially the people at the hospitals and the clinics and the blood donation centers and everybody that's on the front lines of this, I can't tell you how much you're respected and loved. I grew up the son of, there you go. I grew up the son of a nurse, and he's 70 years old and still a nurse. He's still working. So it's incredibly important right now, the people that are going out of their way to take care of you. And that brings me to what I really wanted to get to here was kindness. If you do venture out, remember the people at the grocery stores, the checkout people, the stockers, everything. They're working like unbelievably right now. They're going very, very hard to make sure that everything's stocked, you're checked out. They're going to be ragged. And if we're mean to them for something that's not their fault in any way, shape, or form, that is a travesty. So go out of your way to be more kind. Thank you, Frank Turner, for putting that in. Be more kind. Once again, one of our artists, Frank, was doing great and taking care of his crew the other night, and Facebook shut him down. But there's lots of ways to help. And if you are, just being kind. If you're in a grocery store or a shop or something, and there are elderly ahead of you, let them go ahead. Take your time. There's a lot of elderly out there that are afraid. They're truly afraid to be in public right now. And if they had to venture out, take that second to be a better human. Be someone that you didn't even know you could be. Step back. Let them, the lines will go down, and just be there. It's that simple. Some other cool stuff going on out there. Let me flip this over. Back to the set list. There. Be kind. Look at that. The workers. Here's a lot of things that a lot of people don't think about. Your mailmen, your mail people are still working hard. Your UPS, everything. If you can, put an envelope out there with a couple of dollars. Do something to take care of the people that are going to bring you your life for the next few weeks. I'm going to say few weeks. I know we're going to stretch. This is going to stretch out, and there's all sorts of things going on, but let's just keep it that it's only going to happen for the next, and a few weeks is 8 weeks. I don't know, but let's just get through it and start over. Not start over. Resume. Kick butt. Do better. Realize we're all in this together. So take a few minutes, even if you have to wait till your mailman is at your door. Now, I have to say that here in Denver, they actually deliver to your house. Growing up in Georgia and Tennessee, I know it's always a mailbox. But a kind wave, a hey, a thank you, something you don't normally do. Take that and do that. We're going to do the question thing in just a minute. Before I do that, I want to go on two more things, and then we'll go to some ideas and bouncing and questions and stuff like that. Tied up at home. This was a thought I've had through all this. We are all going to be sequestered. We are going to be home with our family. Some people might be separated from your family, like self-separating from your elderly family. That makes sense. My parents are in Savannah, and at their age, I don't know if I needed to be around them because we've been out in the world. So, but remember, you're going to get on each other's nerves. You're in a tight spot. You're in your house. You normally would go out. You would have separation. You'd have whatever. You're not going to have that right now, guys. So remember every day to tell the people that you love them. It's tough. I mean, you're going to get on each other's nerves. It's going to happen. But, I mean, who would you rather go through this with than the people you love? So, don't forget to tell them, hug your dogs. You know, the whole joke about who let the dogs out with the World Health Organization, that was actually my favorite of all of these. Dogs don't carry the thing. So love your dogs, love your cats, love your turtles, love everything you have. But just remember, as this stretches on, if you're living through stress and you're mad at your family, just plain and simply tell them you love them. You're there with them. You're going to get through this, and they're going to be there and everything. Robert and Franks and Deans are online. Look at that. Hey, boys and lady, how are y'all? Hope everything's great. Sorry about Vegas, but we won't be there in May, but we will hopefully be there sooner than later. So, okay, last little talk before I get into questions and answers is us. Punk Rock Saves Lives. Remember, like we said with nonprofits before, if you're in any situation to help, we are going to be struggling through the next few months. There is no touring. We had Anti-Flag was great enough to let us make these shirts in combination. We have those. Take a minute, order one if you can. It adds up. We spent money to do this touring, and I would love to give that money to the people that help front that money and give it back and put money in the coffers to do some good. There's a lot of stuff you can do. We have lots of merch. We have direct donations. So check that out. Not going to belittle that point. You obviously know everybody needs help, but everybody needs help right now. So, but if you find it in your heart, we will do some good with that said money. I promise you that. All right, let's see what's going on out there. Let me see what Josh has to say here. All right, he is pointing out that there is a rumor going around that Target is doing specific hours for people over the age of 65. He's not sure if that's nationwide. If you do have elderly parents, tell them to call Target directly in their area to find out if it's true. That could take away some of this going on. There we go. No, great one. Let's go slow. Take a second. Let me get to these. You're blasting them on me. Noel just said, remember our veterans. Guys, there's a lot of veterans out there that do not have any interaction going with anybody or anything, and reach out. Once again, just be there. Be a friend. Tell somebody that you're there. So that falls into the same thing, but yes, the fact that 22 veterans die Is it every day or every hour? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But because of PTSD, because of mental issues, because of all sorts of stuff, at least tell someone you're there. If they need you, let them call you. Be there. That's awesome. Oh, knocking the phone over. Let me get it back up. Danielle says, let's not forget mom and pop. Don't forget mom and pop coffee places and restaurants. Get out there and support them if you can. I will say that because I do deliver DoorDash when I can, to supplement when I'm not touring. I went out this morning, even though the restaurants are ordered to be closed, they're open for takeout and delivery. And a lot of them have a booth set up outside of their restaurant, so you never even have to go in. So if you're worried about all the interaction, call ahead, order, stop by and pick it up. GotYourBack.org is a great kids charity in San Diego that kids eat meals while not in school, helping kids nationwide. Some of these quotes get long. There we go. Lots of kids are having trouble getting meals because people do have to deal with the fact that schools are closed. Not healthcare, but daycare. Huge deal. If you have friends with kids, be there if you can. Take a few hours. Go let them do their work. Do what they need to do. It's going to be very tough through this. Mackenzie just says if you do need to go out, let's really go. Let's really try to go local through this. There are some big businesses that are trying to do their best. But I do believe, I grew up in Savannah, Georgia. Everything was really mom, pop, beautiful. So please do that. Take care of great people. There we go. 22 was what I was thinking of. 22too-many.org. Check that out. Letters to there's a cool thing. Letters to long-term disability centers. Right, we're all home. Write some letters. Tell people that they're loved and that they have someone. Let them write you back. Writing is a lost art. Letters are cool. Who's old enough to have had pen pals? You should still have one. Get rid of email. Emails are great, but write a letter. Writing is beautiful. Let me go back up here. There's one. If you were, Noel says Disgruntled Vets on Facebook is a group out of Colorado Springs. Mackenzie also brought up, this is the perfect time to adopt an animal. Your local shelters are going to be struggling through this too. And just because a dog or cat was abandoned in this time doesn't mean they deserve to be stuck in a shelter. Go adopt a pet. You'll have a best friend. You'll have company. I love it. PM, any of us, Kramer is saying PM, him. If you have people providing food, meals in your area. I'm also personally open here in Denver if you know someone providing meals and it needs to be delivered. I can do a few hours a night. Let's make sure people get some food, get some taken care of, get as much interaction as we can. There's a good one. Keep a journal. Stick to routines while you're going through this. It'll help you in your mental state and give you thoughts and problem. The hardest thing, and I'm an extrovert, obviously. The hardest thing for a lot of us through this is we just don't know. We just don't know what it's going to be like to not go out and not see friends and all that kind of stuff. So please think about that. Call your friends. Simple phone call, simple text. How you doing, John? You know, something like that. Yes, really cool. Adam, Adam says that the shelters are asking for people to foster the animals. So check into that. See if your local place can you can go keep a couple of dogs or something. It might really help. Yeah, Lauren, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing coming up. What I was going to talk about. Set up video chats with your friends. You can do group chats, and everybody can talk and make fun of yourselves, and you know, you can ask people what you think of. Look what I did to my own hair, or something. You know, have fun. And remember, we're all here. Just give everybody attention. Something I forgot to get to earlier. If you are sitting at home trying to figure out something to do, I'm sure there's videos on maybe a indoor workout. If you exercise is great for this, and if we're all going to be at home, there's a lot of memes and jokes going around that this was me before the quarantine and this is me afterwards. It doesn't have to be that way. I've started doing sit-ups again. Anything for my diabetes is great anyway, so do something. There's videos on how to work out. A lot of you might have met her, but Spencer Swain from Flogging Molly, the banjo player now, his amazing wife Michelle is doing yoga classes online, and you can donate, and she's giving the money to a distinct amount of charities, including us, which is pretty rad. Do some yoga through your phone, through your computer. That's pretty rad. There you go. Kramer is my personal trainer, so that's pretty good. He's there if you want to reach out to. He's one of our amazing, amazing members of the Punk Rock Saves Lives family. Daily walks are good. Just stay 6 feet away from each other. Good point, Vanessa. All sorts of stuff just to stay. Things like this. If you think today has been beneficial and brainstorming, tell me. We'll do them every day if we need to. It's good for my soul too. There's all sorts of stuff. There you go. How are Liz and Patty doing, David? Everybody's getting stir crazy is what it says there, but we have a lot of dear friends through this organization, through the Flogging Molly cruise mates, through, speaking of that, that's all the posters from the cruises there. But if there's one thing that we've all learned in this is, number one, our positive mental attitude has to be good for each other is good for yourself. Phone went down. A corgi caught the phone, knocked the phone down. Let me get it back in place. Is that better? Whoa! Nope, guess not. Laugh all you want. Yes, my phone fell. Let's go this way. Let's try it again. There we go. Let's go that way. You can look up my nose from that direction. Yeah. But it looks like it's staying better. Hopefully corgis don't knock it off again. Let's do another corgi. Here's Walter's back. He says, hello, everybody. Thank you, buddy. Come here, Harold. Harold hasn't been on, so let's give Harold a minute on TV. Come here, buddy. Come here. Here's Harold. Some of you might have met him on the Flogging Molly tour. Now they're all talking to you too. Oh, that's awesome. Heather Barlow, our friend here near the Colorado Springs area and Denver area, is donating eggs from chickens. She raises chickens and they have a lot of eggs. And so if you're needing any of that, please reach out to her. She's on here. And I'm knocking the phone off again. Yep. We all need levity too. So we'll be good and we'll be stronger through it all. So I guess we've talked for quite a while. Like I said, you can always direct message any of us at Punk Rock Saves Lives. Mackenzie, Tina, me, Leland, Kramer, any of the advisory board, any of the board members would love to help you. We're trying to figure this all out together and be there for one and each other. So do what you've got to do. Take care of people. And like I said, go back, just a review. Help your artist by asking your friends to like their page. Buy merch if you can. Donate to their crews if you can. Donate to your bars if you can. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. Go give food to food banks or cash to food banks. Go donate blood if you can. It's going to be huge. Support the local businesses that you can. Dabbles, I left you out. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to. Dabbles is out there in San Diego area. Make sure to reach out. He is one of my true dear friends in the world and cares about everybody. Support your local businesses. Support your online stuff. And bottom line, as to close, I'll say this. Be kind. It's we're here for each other, and we want to continue to. That's true. Breweries are having a tough call. See if you're drinking. There you go, Bradford, local. Keep posting where you are, folks, because we're here. Don't be afraid. And a phone call, if you need it, is simple. Reach out to someone. Okay, I'm getting a little teary-eyed. That's pretty bad. Remember, I do have, if you want one of the Bradford calendars, reach out to me or Jackson. We'll get you one in the mail. And all the money goes to Planned Parenthood. Let's keep checking on each other, and we will get through this, guys. It's pretty send him some Spotted Cow. There you go. That is pretty good beer. But like I said, don't forget to check on the elderly in your area. Don't forget to check on your sober friends. Don't forget to check on everybody. Lean over. I know we're supposed to be self-quarantine. If you have a fence between you and your neighbors, just lean over and go, "Hey, is everybody doing good?" A simple word is that much easy. It's that simple. Tell the people working, if you go to the grocery store, thank you. Not everybody's getting that. Tell them to have the best day they can have. Thank you for being there for us. Bottom line, one love, guys. Here's to you. I'll see you soon. Cheers.